Good evening, Man v Fat Swansea. Season 5, Matchday 6. This is your roundup with your coach, Howell. First of all, I'm just going to say what an evening. The vibe, the energy, everything there was just exactly what we are getting used to every single week. It's getting there and it's just increasing and increasing with the buzz, the intensity of everything going on, just the fact that you all want to stay in this rumble and you want to work through it, and just everything that I'm seeing right now, the sheer tenacity of resilience that people are doing within their weight loss journeys is just, it's so impressive, guys. I haven't even got words for it, to be honest with you. It's it's admirable. I think that's the word. That is, I admire every single one of you for what you're doing right now. And you are, as well as the fact that you're doing it for the competition, you're also doing it to better yourselves, and I couldn't be prouder. Honest goodness, seriously. As you can see, we've got again a fantastic uh, roundup for you with some amazing details. Please excuse the noise in the background. My dogs do love a little walk when I'm talking. This reminds me back to the old lockdown days when I was doing videos for my lessons, and of course, this is what would happen every single time. There we are. One of them's gone out right now. Anyway, moving on. Right. So as you can see, the attendance again extremely high with 96 out of 118 now. Yes, we've had some new recruits coming into teams. We've also had some people unfortunately leave, with people then taking their spaces, and it is nature of the beast. Some people finish their journeys earlier than others, but at the same point, guys, it leaves that place for every person to come in and enjoy exactly what we've built here in Swansea. So, as you can see, 96 or 18 attended. The attendance bonuses, of course, have gone to the pink and orange team, and they had full attendance in their ranks, of course, at least 11 going through, as you all are aware right now. And if in case you weren't aware, we've got two teams currently still at 11. So then it's their choice whether they want to go to 12 or not. I've given that choice to them, of course, and they've opted to stay at 11, so that's how we got 118. So then every single attendance bonus is capped at 11. Obviously, if we go to 12 in every single team, the rules will be amended, and I will also then honour the attendance bonus to the 12th team, or for the 12th person in the team, etc. No, team attendance bonus goals are shared this week, with pink and orange taking the spoils there. Similar story with the tracking, of course. Yellow and orange are taking that. They are teams on a mission right now, and you can see then the biggest team loss bonus goal, which is 2 goals there, goes to the pink team. Congratulations, guys. You have pulled out an amazing week there. Keep it going. Keep the momentum going there, because it's really impressive. Pitch goals, 43. We've had very competitive games this week, to the point where people are really enjoying it. A special thank you as well to Ken Wright for coming in and reffing our games. Very well received, and obviously you're a big hit with the lads as well. But no, thank you so much for coming in, Ken, and hope to catch up over the course of the week now to make plans for the future. Scales goals. 48 scales goals going through, right? So then you can see right now that the scales goals are dominant. They're still dominant there. And of course, then the coaches goals, which is very reflective if you want to have a little insight into it, and how many goals have been given to the Rumble. That there shows you the coaches goals, because of course for every single person in the Rumble, they contribute an additional goal to their team. And that is really important for you to remember. Okay, let's go and let's have a look at this. So the weekly team losses, we go from left to right as we usually do. So the weekly team losses there. So we've got Thinner in it at 5.8 kilos, Fat Astuta at 5.9, Incredible Bulks then at 1.1, Sporting a Beergut at 6.9, Markoban Fasting 3.9, Frying Dutchmen 1.3, Scranra, they broke even this week, and of course Finder Blues at 4 kilos. I'm skipping over because I'm going to go to Fatio at 4.3, but look at that. Pink Panthers there at 13.2 kilos, which has given them wholeheartedly and the perfect right to have those 2 extra bonus goals there. That is absolutely fantastic. What a team effort there. And you can see then that there, all of those there has given us a weekly club loss at 45 kilos. Bang on the button, guys. There's no point, there's no decimal place there. It's 45 kilos perfect, bang on. And of course, you can see that that is hoofed our system all the way up to the point that in the 6 weeks that we've been doing this so far, we have lost 223.9 kilos. That's massive. That is enormous, guys. And honestly, that couldn't be prouder. We were looking at earlier seasons, possibly season, I don't know, season 3, possibly into season 4. We were looking at smashing that milestone in a season of 300 kilos. We're not even halfway yet, and we've already got to a point where it's touching distance. Amazing. Our biggest losers, of course, Dan Landek. Wow, 4.7. Came back in, 4.7 kilo loss. Took it like a champ. He was, yeah, I know the score. He went off and he done his thing on the pitch as well. Paul Williams then 4.3. He knew. He already came in. He was like, yeah, you know all that? And he cleared what he did last week and some extra, and he couldn't be prouder. Joe Barder, what an amazing man there at 3.6 kilo loss. Tom Clayton came in, man on a mission as well with 2.3, and Andrew Honey-Jones with 2.3 kilos as well. Congratulations, guys. Fantastic there. And we've got... It couldn't go any better tonight, isn't there? I got a dog barking behind me as well. So we've got then 3 new inductees to the milestone clubs that we've got. First of all, we've got Adam Martin, Mousy Martin. We've got you at the 10% club. Congratulations, mate. You came in, you've been gunning for that, and you've done it. Absolutely fantastic. Kyle Banford, there is really no stopping you, really, is there? 15% club, that is all yours. Nobody can take that away from you at all. And of course, for Vinder Blues, Phil Finselback, you have done your 20% club there. Welcome to the club, mate. Absolutely chuffed for you. Honestly, it's a great place to be. You're joining some amazing people going up there as well. And guys, these milestone clubs, you cannot take that away from yourself. You've earned your places there. You are there. You've got a name stamped on there for the rest of your life, mate. You were there, guys. You couldn't be feeling any prouder of yourselves, and I couldn't feel any prouder of you. Right, let's carry on. Let's have a look at these Sunday other matches. This is what everybody has been texting me about tonight. He's been texting me throughout the day, asking about what does this mean, what does that mean. So I'm going to go through everything with you right now. Okay, so first game, Pink Panthers against Stranraer. The overall score, of course, was 22-11. Pitch score was 7-5. Very close game, very competitive game. And of course, we can see that that has had an effect there. Okay, on the scales then, of course, Pink Panthers, with their loss, wholeheartedly earned 6 goals on scales just alone there. So then you can see that that was already really, really good before they even got onto the pitch. And then you've got the scales for Stranraer with a couple of gains, etc. We've got -1 there. Okay, well, we take it, we move on, we live another day. Full tracking for both teams, so we had at least 7 from each team tracking, which honoured them 3 goals, and of course then the bonus goals, which can include the amount of people in the Rumble, plus your awards for you having on the first slide there. So then Pink Panthers had 6 to Stranraer's 4. Aled Mason, Ricky Griffith, you were voted by the opposition teams as man of the match. Fantastic, amazing. Now, we understand where the scales points come in, where the Rumble points go in. I'm going to have a whistle-stop tour of each team here now, just for you to see where we are, and then we can get through to the rest of it. So, Factor Stutter and the Flying Dutchman then, okay. The overall score was 12-29 to the Flying Dutchman. 4 goals to 10 on the pitch. That was a big game, guys. Absolute big game there. And then, of course, the scales-wise then, Factor Stutter had 4 goals to Flying Dutchman, 7 goals on the scales. Full tracking again, as you can see. And then, of course, the bonus goals there was the 1 bonus goal for Factor Stutter for the remaining member of the Rumble. And, of course, the 9 bonus goals then, which include the amount of people in the Rumble plus anything extra that's gone in. Okay, which, as you're aware. 32 in it, 23, Sporting a Beer Gut, 23. Now, when I put this in, guys, I had to check it. I checked it at least 3 times. I had people around me at the same point, and I was looking at it going, seriously, this cannot be this case. This cannot be the case. I probably made a mistake somewhere. I got to make sure that it's right, because for all this, the Clash of the Titans coming together, getting there as it is, you're fighting for second and third place. This is a really important game as well, especially with the Flying Dutchmen being 2 points ahead right now. You've got to be in a position that you've got, that I want to make sure that I'm right before I post this out. So then I had a look at it. I had a look at it. And unfortunately, guys, this is the way that I landed. It was a draw. 2 goals to 4 to the Sporting Beergat on the pitch. 11 scales goals for Thinner to win it. That includes milestones, hat-tricks, the amount of weight that's been lost in the point of how many people have lost, the consistency of the amount of weight doesn't matter as such. You could lose 0.1, you could lose 10 kilos. It's the amount of people who have lost, the amount of hat-tricks that you've had, if there's any milestones, that's everything that goes into the scales goals here. Okay, so then we had 11 goals to 7 awarded to Thinner to win it. Tracking, everyone tracked. You can all take that for granted, guys, because if you look at every single team, everyone tracked. And then the bonus goals then were 7 to 9 to Sporting Beergat, which resulted in 23 all. Couldn't go any better than that. Kyle Bamford, Tom Martin, you were voted as the opposition's man of the match. As I've got so excited to say about that, I also forgot to go through with Dan Clarkson and Matthew Burrows, the Kraken. Matthew Burrows, of course, were voted as opposition man of the matches for the Fattest Studer Flying Dutchman game. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Couldn't be any prouder. Okay, Marco Banfastin and the incredible bulks now. 18-13 overall. Pitch was 6-1. Scales, of course, were 4-3 to the Marco Banfastin. Tracking, we know the score with tracking now, guys. We know it's 3-all there. And of course, the bonus goals were 6-5. Congratulations to Marco Banfastin for winning that game. The opposition man of the matches were Byron and Rhys Roberts. Congratulations, guys. Absolutely fantastic performance from what I've heard on all accounts. And then the final game of the night, Fazio against Vinder Blues. The Battle of the Blues. This is something that everyone was looking for. Overall was 8-15 to Vinder Blues. However, on the pitch it was 3-1 to Fazio. The scales pulled it in by there then, so it was 1-6 to Vinder Blues. And then, of course, the tracking came through, and, of course, the bonus goals came through, which then put it into a position where Vinder Blues were the victors there, of course. CJ Richards and superkeeper Jordan Aspland were our man of the matches, which were voted by the opposition. One thing you will notice, guys, as this season's going around, are how many goalkeepers are being voted as man of the match. It is unbelievable to see, guys. And the point that I'm seeing right now, and this is something that was mentioned in the staff chat group when we were having a conversation about things, that keeper of the season one is going to be something really, really hard to win. I think there's going to be a lot of votes for a lot of people here. We've got some serious contenders for keeper of the season in the Swansea League. Couldn't be any prouder. Let's look at the table. As you can see now, we've got Flying Dutchman on the top there with 12 points. I may have said 10 earlier. I do apologise, but you are 2 points clear. Sporting Beer getting Thinner to win it then, 10 and 9 points. Marco Banfastin, incredible bulks then at 8 and 5. You can see that one game turns this upside down. The top 4 there, you can see the one game will flick that around there, and you can see that Marco Banfastin could go to second. Thinner to win it could go to second. Flying Dutchman could tumble down to second. You can see how it switches around to the point that it could be anyone's game as it is. Incredible bulks then, you are very close in that top 5. And of course then, right underneath you, Pink Panthers, Fattest Studer, Vinder Blues and Scranra at all 4 goals there. One win to that with yours, with a loss to Incredible Bulks, and all that could change in an instant, guys. Fazio, you're still there. Let's put it this way. We're on match day 6. We go on till match day 14. We have got something there, and we can see exactly how momentum is changing for you guys already. Let's have a look at this now then, and we'll go from the team of the week, guys. We know with the team of the week, we look at these as the people who are the biggest losers of their team, milestones, points of celebration. So I put these in, and I hope that you're happy with them, with the match day reports, of course. So then, first of all, we've got 3 people who all lost 0.8 kilos for their team, and you can see, even though some of you may think that's not much weight, at the same point, it's that consistent chipping away, going, and doing so well. And everybody's getting into that mentality right now that it's not a massive loss you need, it's a loss to stay in the rumble, it's a loss to keep you ticking, it's a loss to be sustainable. Because of course, if you lose loads, your body starts slowing down, and then all of a sudden then you'll go, hang on, why am I not losing? If you're chipping away slowly, you'll get there, guys. So massive congratulations to Scott Davis, Nick Davis, and Mark Lockwood there for your point 0.8 losses. Amazing, guys. Couldn't be prouder of how you've adopted this mentality of sustainability, and you are championing it right now. Amazing. 1.7 loss then for Byron. Well done, mate. That's absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be any prouder of the fact that the Whites is a hard team. You're going into it, you're getting there, and you keep going. You're Mr. Consistent when it comes to the scales. You're Mr. Consistent when you come to the pitch. Couldn't be any prouder of that. Now, we've got definitely 3 enormous losses here. And of course, I know I'm saying about the fact that I'd like to have sustainability, but there is an element of celebration when you see a big loss. There is, you can't go wrong with that. When somebody says to you they've lost an enormous amount of weight over a course of a week, over a course of 2 weeks, what have you, you can't not applaud it. And these guys deserve every ounce of applause for that. We've got Joe Barder, 3.6 kilos. That's mind-boggling, guys. Right? And if you look at it's 2.2 pounds for every kilo. You can then see exactly the magnitude of weight that's been lost in that space of time. And then, of course, we've got Paul Williams with 4.3 kilos. And as well, Dan Landak, 4.7 kilo loss. Unbelievable, guys. Couldn't be prouder. Now, there are 3 more that I've not mentioned here. We've got Adam Mousy Martin, 10%, and he contributed 3 goals to his team on that, and as well the loss going into it, so his contribution to other goals came into it as well. What can I say? Absolutely fantastic. Cal Bamford, 15%, and a hat-trick. And as well, you've been on this list I don't know how many times for your performance, for your losses. Unbelievable, mate. And of course, Phil Finselbach then with your 20% into the 20% club, and the contribution you're doing to your team is unreal. Couldn't be prouder, guys, honestly. Let's go forward. Now you can see that there's a slight change to this, where it did say 116 men enter. We've now got 118. Now, here's the caveat here now, guys. Any new members coming in from this week onwards will not be entering the Rumble. This week was the cut-off date. Right? And I understand that some of you may look at that as unfair, but we did it last season as well, and it got people into it. If new members came in and they knew they didn't have a look in at it for at least that point, just because they were a little later coming in or they were still on a waiting list, put yourself in their shoes. You'd feel a bit disappointed with it. Okay? But however, new inductees into teams, I've looked at it in such a way that, it doesn't make that much of a difference to the teams that they've gone into, because it works out equal anyway with the amount of people they had in the first place. So we've got 70 that have been eliminated from it, which remains 48. We're getting so close now, guys. Halfway through, we're at 48 right now. I can see this going possibly right to the end. I can see we're going to have a collection of people at week 14 who are all going to be earning 7 goals. I saw somebody in the chat groups the other day saying 5. No, mate, it's 7 goals for every person of your team still in it. If you have 3 people, you can do the maths. That's 21 goals before you even start. Mental. I am doing this, guys, just as an education for sustainability. I was having a very good conversation with somebody at the end of the night last night, who we were talking of possibly, this system as we've done this year it makes some teams unreachable. So we are going to be modifying it. I was thinking about scrapping the Rumble completely next season so everybody could get used to the fundamentals first. It's a big feature now. It's a huge feature, and I think it's important to keep it in. So we are going to keep it in, but we're going to look at refining it a little bit so then we can still have an element of competitiveness nonetheless. Right, okay, so we can see there's 48 still in. Absolutely fantastic. And these are the fixtures for next week. So going forward on this now, you can see Matchday 7, which is Valentine's Day. So I'm expecting a lot of you to be being extremely kind to your significant others this week and making sure that they give you the permission to attend. But we've got Scranra against Vinder Blues. First game, absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to that one. As a former Scranra player as well, I'm really looking forward to seeing that one, to be honest with you. Then we've got Fat Stuter, incredible box. Pink Panthers, thank you for the shirt, by the way, guys. It is lush. I was showing it off to my family earlier on as well, and they just the thought is amazing. Thank you. Pink Panthers against the Frying Dutchman. We've got then Fazio against Sporting a Biergut and Marco Banfastin against Thin It to Win It. Those are our fixtures for next Tuesday, guys. It's been an absolutely fantastic week. I am so proud of every single one of you. Stay sustainable. Stay in your point so you be consistent and you're working it as you do. Don't do anything crazy, because in all honesty, guys, the more you do now and you go crazy at it, the more cravings you'll get later on, and it start becoming a bit uncontrollable. We've had 1 or 2 people now saying that they've been going for it for 4 or 5 weeks right now, and this week wasn't great. They did still lose a little bit, but they were on that cusp, and they knew they were on that cusp. So sustainability, ticking over slowly, still doing your little bits and pieces, enjoying those little treats, because bear in mind, you are human. Keep at it now, guys. I'm going to stop talking because I do like a ramble. You all know me very well right now, but it's been an absolute pleasure this week, guys. Honestly, you've made me a happy person. Have a great week, and I will probably see you in the kickabout. Much love.